Hello, beautiful people. Shakima here. I'm just stopping in to do the reading for my Capricorns, my fellow Capricorns. I'm a Capricorn moon, so I'm definitely in the mix emotionally with you guys. And this is for the Sun, Moon, and Rising Capricorns for the week of the 9th to the 15th of July. And I really just wanted to stop in to pretty much just give you guys an indication of what to expect as far as the energies romantically for this week, because we've got the most happening up there with Venus having a conversation with Mars and it being in Cancer. The fact that we're in Cancer season, sort of closing out Cancer season nonetheless. There's just a lot going on energetically for us with Mercury being in retrograde as well. There's a lot going on with the love language. Okay, so there's a lot of sacral chakra activation during this time as well. So there'll be a lot of things that will be triggered for some of us that are able to effectively utilize the sacral chakra energy without exerting the energy, if you know what I mean. So we'll go straight into it, guys. I'm just going to set the space for us. This is going to be a general reading, so if it does resonate, then be sure to comment below and kind of let me know how you were able to utilize the information for the week in question. And if it doesn't resonate, let it dissipate and help yourself to another amazing reader here on YouTube. You know, it's literally like an information station, okay? Like, it's no personal sort of feelings, no hard feelings on my end. Get what you need, beloveds. Okay, I'm just going to set the space for us so that we can go into the space and take it from there. And we'll get going, guys. Right. So, I'll just get the space lit for us. I ask that only beings of the purest and highest of vibrations are present to provide me with the insight, clarity, and guidance needed, so that I may be able to relay and convey the divine guidance for all those that are uniquely guided to me at this point of their journey. I also ask that I'm used and utilized as a mediumship vessel to be able to relay and convey such information as clearly and as openly as possible. It is so done. Ashe. Right, guys, we're going to go into the space. If you guys are interested in stuff like candles as well, I do make candles. I am going to be making some candles on the next full moon. The energies are going to be explosive, considering that we've got a lunar eclipse on the 16th, and this is pretty much what inspired me to get these readings done for you guys, because I've been a little bit MIA for a minute, dealing with my own personal stuff, but I'm back in the game. So let's have a little look and see what's sort of to come for my Capricorns for the week of the 9th to the 15th. I'm going to be utilizing the tarot. I'm also going to be pulling a romance card for my single Capricorns, my taken Capricorns, and those in some situationships where it's a little bit complicated, but there's still something going on beneath the surface there. And I'm also going to be pulling a angel oracle guidance as far as the final guidance for us. Okay, just to sort of give you guys an indication of what to expect, so it doesn't just seem like I'm going off on a tangent, because I like the sound of my own voice. Okay, if you guys do sort of like the way that I go about things, definitely be sure to give me a thumbs up. If you do subscribe, be sure to hit the notification bell so you know as soon as I upload these awesome vids for you guys. Okay, right. What is the divine guidance for my Capricorns for the week of the 9th to the 15th? Okay. Well, for you guys, it seems like you're going to be taking on a lot. It seems like you're going to be sort of overburdened, in so many ways, but at the same time, it's like you're still not trying to take on too much, but you find yourself in a place where you have a real sort of imbalance in your work and personal life. Again, I'm seeing this quite a bit for this week. I don't know what's going on. I think it's that conversation that Venus is having with Mars, because it's really triggering a lot of that action sort of energy. I do see two things that I saw for you guys. There's going to be a lot of lust in the air, so be careful how you're working that sacral chakra energy, as I mentioned. And there's also going to be a lot of action as far as like you being able to really sort of implement certain action really bring into manifestation what you're intending to. Let's have a little look and see what's to come for us. Okay, so there's going to be some disappointments along the way, definitely. And I think that that's inevitable, seeing as we're in the Mercury retrograde period. It's just to sort of bring certain things to the surface for us. So try not to take any of your lessons too personal throughout this week. I can see that there is going to be some imbalances throughout the process as well, and that's probably going to be what some of the lessons that you're going to be learning is going to be about. Really trying to find that balance within yourself first and foremost, rather than expecting so much of the external I guess a 3D manifestation. I do see that there is going to be some cold and bitchy communication for some of you guys as well. So just try to be a little bit tactful. Definitely it's important to speak up and speak your truth, but try to be a little bit tactful in terms of the way that you communicate things, so that you can be most effective in the way that you're able to I guess cut ties with people, because that's one of the things that I can see. It's almost like there's been a lot of work put into certain situations with certain people as far as like the relationships, but you're at the place where you're not necessarily wanting to move on, but you just want to tell them about themselves. You just kind of want to let the shit rip into them, basically, and you expect them to kind of stick around after the facts. So you're doing that so that you can find some balance within yourself, so it feels as though you're able to really personally express your own personal truths. But at the same time, you're really going to have to be tactful about this, because I see it kind of bringing some sort of issues if you're not careful in the way that you're communicating the situation. Like, it's almost like you're throwing daggers at this person in terms of like your mental negativity. It's almost like you're projecting all those low vibrational thoughts at this person. And it's coming from a place of you wanting to be a bit of a perfectionist. Like, you want things to kind of really be pretty much idealistic, and you're just not happy with the way that things are at the minute, and you're prepared to just like literally let them know. The energy that I'm getting is not particularly great. Like, even as I'm seeing the way that the situation's being communicated, like, you're not doing any justice to yourself either. You're doing a disservice to yourself in the process, because the way that you're communicating the things that you're trying to say, it's almost like you're too emotionally invested in the outcome, and you kind of have to take a step back, because you're so focused on what your ego wants for the situation to be versus what is going to be done as the overall best good for everyone involved. It just may be to the detriment of your own ego. You may actually be sort of self-destructing this week, so try to be mindful of that, is what I'd say to you guys. And try not to be too manipulative in the way that you're communicating the situation as well. It's okay to be able to, you know, voice your opinion, but when it gets to the point where you're literally just trying to, I guess, kind of covertly get this person to do what you want them to do, versus, you know, them being able to, I guess, utilize the time effectively for themselves as well. Just don't be manipulative. That's what I'm going to say, because what you'll tend to find with that situation is that you'll build up resentment from that person subconsciously, and it will only come back to bite you in the ass anyways. Because if they're going to say yes to you just for the sake of pleasing you when they really mean no, they'll only end up sort of projecting that shit at you in the long run anyway. So it's pretty pointless, is what I'd say personally. But let's have a little look. What is the divine guidance for my Capricorns for the week of the 9th to the 15th? Okay, we've got guidance, guys. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Like, this is what I'm talking about, guys. There's so much going on. So it is a case of you guys kind of like reclaiming your power over some confusion, over like your indecisiveness. It feels like you weren't necessarily sure about what to make of the situation. I can see that there has been a past breakup, right? That's where you have been in the past. There's been a past breakup with a romantic partner, and it feels as though that breakup kind of happened because it wasn't a balanced sort of situation. The person didn't necessarily feel like you were completely down for them. They didn't necessarily feel your loyalties were with them, and it's almost like they kept waiting for you to kind of make a decision, and it's almost like you're at the point where you were so busy being confused about what decision to make. It just kind of caused a breakdown in terms of that connection. Right now, however, I can see that you're getting a new opportunity. I can see that Spirit is literally giving you an opportunity romantically that is very much overwhelming, first and foremost, but in a positive way. It's coming from a place of compassion. It's coming from a place of deep-rooted, sensitive love, but it does come with some delays. It does come with some restrictions because there has been a break up, if you will, in the past, which was really more or less a breakdown in communication, to be fair. Let's have a look and see what the future or the outcome is on the situation for you guys for this week. So what is the outcome for my... Okay, we've got the outcome. So the outcome is that you guys will pretty much be focused on the short-term prospect of the situation. You're not necessarily planning long-term. You're still a little bit caught up in your feelings, and this is what I was saying in terms of the way that you have communicated the situation. That's all you were focused on then, and I don't think that you've learned your lesson, Capricorn. You're still focused on what is going to give you that instant gratification, what's going to stroke your ego in the moment, basically. And I don't think that that's going to do you any favors, but bear in mind that Spirit is actually giving you an opportunity to do differently emotionally, so that you can actually create different patterns and cycles for yourselves moving forward. Okay. What I do see is that there's going to be obstacles to the long-term plans in itself as well, because you need to watch your mouth. You need to watch the way that you're communicating. Emotionally, you are not connected to yourself, and because you are disconnected emotionally, it's causing a bit of an impact in terms of the way that you're able to communicate. It's not really happening the way that you intend for it to. So you kind of have to go back and check to make sure that your intentions are in alignment with your actions, because your mind sort of tells your body what to do, right? But your heart is where your intention comes from. So you kind of just need to make sure that both your heart chakra and your third eye is actually sort of in alignment in terms of the way that you are progressing with things, because I can see that you're the person that's really sort of calling shots and causing these obstacles to the situations. It's actually causing a setback to your partnership. So you're not doing yourself any favors with that mouth. That's what I'd say to you. Okay, just nip it in the bud and think about what you want to say before you say it, and how it would feel for you receiving the information that you want to say. Even if you have to give someone personal truths, which is great, that means that you're sort of learning, you're ascending, you're giving yourself an opportunity to break free from, old cycles of deception. And it does also bring good karma to you by being able to do so, but it's the way that you do it, because by doing it in a negative format, you may just be creating negative karma moving forward as you break free from the karmic cycle of deception with a particular situation. Okay, so just bear that in mind. What is the divine guidance for my Capricorns that are taken for the week of the 9th to the 15th? Right. See, the cards pretty much are saying the same things. Let go of your control issues. Okay. Let go of your control issues. Be open to the process. Stay optimistic about your love life. And there's going to be some forgiveness and learning throughout the process. And I feel like there's somebody that's going to have to forgive you because of your short temper. That's the best way that I can put it. Your short temper and sharp tongue. It's not helping anyone. Okay, we've got your answer. We've got your answer, guys. Getting to know each other. And this is what's happening for you. Like, at this point, you're getting to know yourself all over again, and your partner is actually having to get to know the new version of you that's sort of coming into light. Yeah, you're dealing with a soulmate connection. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So really utilize this as an opportunity for you to free yourself first and foremost, but really understand what parts of yourself are you wanting to free. Are you going to free that low vibrational reflection of yourself, i.e. your demons of insecurity, of anxiety, of suppressed emotions, Like, are you going to be freeing that reflection of yourself, or are you going to nurture those feelings, amend and heal those feelings, rectify those feelings within yourself, so that you're not going into the situation codependent on this person to make you feel better, because you've already done that on your own, and you've already gotten to that place where you're feeling whole and complete enough to be able to approach the situation like an adult, to be able to just say, hey, like, I just want to really sort of get to know you a little bit better. Forgive me for the way that my past transgressions have perhaps given you the wrong impression of what my intentions are in this space. But going forward, effectively, I want you to be able to really get a real understanding of me. And in order for me to do so, I need to go deeper in understanding myself. And that's where I'm at this point of the journey for myself, first and foremost. Okay? So let's have a little look and see what's to come for my single Capricorns. What do you advise for my single Capricorn, Spirit, for the week of the 9th to the 15th? What is the advice for my single Capricorns, 9th to the 15th? My single Capricorns, the advice for you guys is to retreat, okay? Take a step back from the external world. It's going to do you a world of good, because obviously everybody's sort of dealing with some trigger situations. We're dealing with the Mercury retrograde. So it's time for you to just disconnect from the world for a minute. Trust that it is going to be for your overall best good in the long run, because you retreating is going to give you an opportunity to address your codependent thought patterns, your codependent behaviors, your codependency in terms of, you know, emotionally, are you using other people in relationships to self-soothe the issues that you haven't necessarily addressed within yourself? So the universe is going to give you an opportunity to retreat, so that you can actually take the time to see, first and foremost, what it is that is causing this codependent behavior to kind of be triggered within you, first and foremost, so that you can get a deeper understanding of how to avoid getting back into those types of patterns in relationships in the future. Okay, let's have a look and see what is to come for my Capricorns in situationships. What is the divine guidance for my Capricorns in situationships for the week of the 9th to 15th, Spirit? Okay, couldn't be any clearer than that. Hey, again, for you guys, understand that this is bringing you new love. So whoever you've been trying to work on things with, you know, yes, it has been complicated up until this point, but you guys are actually sort of taking a new, I guess, path within the relationship. It's almost like you guys are sort of getting to that place where you're all excited to see each other again. You're all excited to be able to spend time with each other again, and it feels like it's a new person has stirred up your romantic feelings. And it's not necessarily someone new as such, as far as like your situationship that you're dealing with, but it is a new vibration of them. You're dealing with a new evolved version of your person. And I guess one of the things, again, that you're going to be addressing is your codependent behaviors within the relationship. So for you Capricorns, all round, this week is going to be addressing your issues with codependency. And for some of you guys, when we talk about codependency, that may show itself up as well in substance abuse. So for some of you guys who may drink a little bit too much, smoke a little bit too much of the ooey and other stuff, this is going to be a great opportunity for you guys to just really address some of the healing that needs to be addressed at a deeper level of yourself. Because when we're talking about substance abuse, that stems from a place of self-soothing. You know, we only kind of, it's a means to escape. So Spirit's going to give you an opportunity to face some of your deepest fears, so that you can really address and understand why you kind of have these codependent patterns. And this is going to give you an opportunity to raise your vibration. As you raise your vibration, so too will your partner's vibration be lifted, risen, and it's going to give you guys an opportunity to just flirt with each other a little bit and just trust the process. Have faith that everything is going to work out for the overall best good. Okay, give this the next couple of weeks for it to be able to really sort of come into manifestation for you guys. Go with the energy, don't overthink things too much, and just let yourself go with the flow. Okay guys, final message. What is the divine guidance for my Capricorns for the week of the 9th to the 15th of July? Again, trust is going to be a major process for you guys. A major tool basically for the process for you guys, because this is going to be unfolding for the next 3 to 4 months at least for you guys, and it requires that you're able to trust it as far as the long term. So it's interesting because one of the things that we saw is that you're focused on the short-term vision. So the short term would be like the next day, the next week, the next month or so, but Spirit is saying in the next 3 to 4 months, this is going to be better than you could have actually imagined. So just trust the process and let Spirit do its work through you as a vessel. Okay. What is the divine guidance for my Capricorns for the week of the 5th to the 19th? Ask for help from others. Ask for help from others and know that you are ready to do so. What this is letting me know is that, you know, before you weren't able to effectively sort of be vulnerable enough to let yourself ask for what it is that you need, because you didn't want to be at the, how can I put it, at the sake of others. You know, you wanted to be able to just act as though you have everything under control. You know, that sort of Capricorn energy, like wanting to do everything and making sure that they're on top of things. Now is the time for you to ask for help because you need it first and foremost, and you are ready to receive it. That's the one thing that I'd say to you. And by you asking for help, you'll be able to get more information to understand why it was necessary for you to ask for the help that you need. For some of you guys, like I said, because we're dealing with codependency here, for some of you guys that are dealing with serious substance abuse, this may be the time for you to reach out to a loved one and say, hey, do you know what? I think I'm drinking a little bit too much. I think I'm smoking more than I actually intend to. And I think that there's something going on deeper beneath the surface than I'm aware of. And I really want to get to the root cause of it. Like, do you have any advice? Speak to people. Reach out to somebody outside of yourself, because Spirit is saying that now is the time for you to do so. And as you do so, you will be able to receive some uniquely divine guidance for you to be able to relinquish your patterns with codependency. Okay? Whew. That's it, guys. I hope that that was useful for you guys. I hope that that will help you guys to navigate through the process over the course of this week. As I said, comment down below and let me know how you guys get on with the information that I provided to you guys. And, you know, definitely be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and click the notification bell so that you can be aware of every time I upload these videos for you awesome folks. And as per usual, I'm sending you guys nothing but love, light, and positive intentions for the rest of your journey. And until next time, beloveds, Ashe.